Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueprints. I am all over the place today. I am so sorry. Let's get the widget out of there. Do I have game? I have game. Where's my camera now? Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me okay. I don't know what's happened to my webcam. Nope. Don't want that. Not sure. Okay, well, maybe we'll have a no face cam day. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so rusty. I am so rusty. But I wanted to make sure I got back and could play a little bit before I'm done for the summer. I think this is the first time I've had this long of a streak of streaming regular, or tried to keep it up as long. And I'm realizing that if I don't want to get burned out on this game, because I really like it, I need to pay attention to my other hobbies too. I left myself mail. I have a parcel. That is a very good thing to come back to. Brass compass and gems. Lovely. Yes. So, as I mentioned, this is going to be my last Blueprint stream of the summer. I'm expecting to come back to this in the fall. As soon as we've got snow and it's too cold out, it's really irritating me that I don't have a webcam, and I don't know why it's doing that. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm having all kinds of issues with my system. I mean, I was before too. I am hoping that by the time I'm streaming this next, most of those will be worked out because I'm switching to Linux. So, yeah. Nice weather snuck up on me. I was... Ooh. Do we want to do a tomb run? Let's do a tomb run. When I got back from my trip to England, it was like just nicely above freezing, maybe 5 degrees was the high. That's Celsius. I don't know how to translate that to Fahrenheit, sorry. Probably like high 30s or mid 30s maybe Fahrenheit. Let's do this. Anyway, the weather was nice and the snow had started to melt, and that would have been like end of April. Ooh. We're kind of wanting dead ends. Kind of wanting dead ends. Let's go this way because... Right. Of course I get car keys. Anyway, so just barely above freezing. Snow is starting to melt. And then like in about a week, I suddenly had... In the period of about a week, it suddenly went from like +6. It's so weird that I don't have a face cam. I keep looking and gesturing at you guys and like, you can't see me. In the period of about a week, it hit like +26, which is over, it's like, Fahrenheit, that would be like 75 maybe? I'm really ballparking. I don't know my... We'll come back for you. I don't know my Fahrenheit, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like we kind of skipped... We kind of skipped spring this year, and it's super bizarre. So... Every time I see that pen, this particular pen, this pen right here, every time I see it, I think it's a key. I don't know why. Okay, we got a conference room. That is good. So, out the conference room, north from the den, north from the chapel. We're doing a tomb run, so we're gonna want dead ends. Office. Okay, if we're doing hello reel. Need to go to sleep. Yes, you are. Like is given, and at least this comment. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please do sleep well tonight. Yeah. I hope I hope you have a good sleep. It is so, if I remember correctly, it is so early in the morning, like well past bedtime. Okay, so office, we're trying to get, do we want to do, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my chat isn't working today either. I don't have chat on. Okay, all of my sources are not working today. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Well, hopefully for next time, like I said, by the time I get back to this in October, after my summer spent outside and actually enjoying the weather and digging in the yard and doing gardening, I will be on Linux and hopefully everything will run smoothly. This is ridiculous. One of the things we've been trying to do is get the different chess pieces because of the lock board thing down at the bottom of the elevator. An office, I believe, has the king one in it. So maybe, yes, there it is. So maybe we will concentrate on that today too. Let's spread gold, because that will end up being in the conference room. And go north. Okay. Not the closet, obviously. That might be worth doing. Doing a dead end run and having the... I don't remember seeing that hat. Having the compass at the same time, that's going to be tricky. Let's go spare room. See ya, have a good night. Do we want to cut it off here? Maybe. What would be nice is if I can get... If I can kind of load up a little bit on coins this run. If I can load up on coins this run and get a half decent... Well, I don't know if I'll get the shops or not. But the freezer would be nice. Or one of the better items. Okay, we're at 50 coins already. Let's go north through the den. Oh, right, gem. Almost forgot that. Now, do we want... Oh, now that's interesting. That's very interesting. This will definitely, like, regardless of what I choose, this will definitely cut us off. And then I'm forced to go north from the chapel. Do I want... I think I want the breakfast nook. But we need a dead end. And I don't know if this will count as a dead end. So let's go breaker box. Hello. We will turn off the gym and the dark room while we're here. And then chapel is our only option. So, security. Hallway. Ooh, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I may have made things more complicated for myself than needed. Weight room, dark room, pantry actually gets me into the foundation. So this is good. Then we've got complicated as the Kell way. Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Okay, so boudoir. This is going to dead end on us as well. Oh yeah, I forgot I upgraded that. Okay. Well, let's go boudoir. Just because there's a chance we can get into this, like, side of the building, finally. West Wing Hall. I wanted the dead ends, but not that many dead ends, if that makes sense. Lab, closet. I still think there's something important about this lavatory. Just because of the picture that was taken in here. I'm positive it was taken in here. I don't know what about it, though. It is a certified dead end, though, so it will give us what we want for the tomb. How are we for steps? 55. Okay. Garage. Oh, this is sad. I have the key, but I want dead ends. I have the key for the car. I want dead ends, but I have so many dead ends already that it wouldn't be advisable. Okay. Yep. That is all as is expected. Commissary. Yes. We have enough. We've got so many coins at this point. Ooh. I might have to go... Shovel, thank you. Salt shaker, I don't know. Let's come back to that. I want to go back and turn off the security doors. How far to security? Dining room, foundation, pantry. Oh yeah. Foundation is this way, and we have dig spots. Key. Lovely. Nothing there. Okay. Pantry. Security. We're low on keys. So let's go keycard system settings, security level. Let's go high. And offline mode unlocked. Okay. So now we need... Where did I leave the utility closet? North of the den. Okay. We can do this. Utility closet. Keycard system. Okay. Now, 45 steps. Back up to the commissary. Yep. This chapel is going to slowly siphon away all of my coins. Dining room, commissary. Open says me. We want... Library goes north, observatory goes north. Let's do library. Curse of Black Bridge. I don't think I read that. I think that's the one that I just ordered from the bookstore and I haven't read. So that'll be what we order next. Please let me have a room with more doors. Ooh. Ooh. This is tricky. We did want to make, like, the whole point of this, that reminds me I should go back to the tomb. The whole point of this was to collect lots of gold. So. Let's make use of it. New clue. I don't have... Okay. Drafting strategy. Well, I can buy both of those. Note to self to come back here for those other books. I'm gonna end up being locked out. Study. This gives me king and queen. This gives me king and queen. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay. Queen. This guy had a bishop. This is a pawn. This is a bishop. This is a pawn. Do we have a rook anywhere? This is the king. I don't think we have a rook. Oh no. Oh. Darn. I don't think... Why are you here? I don't think we have a rook. And I passed up the breakfast nook. Okay, well, let's go to the bottom of the elevator shaft anyway. I might be wrong. What's in here? Is there a chess piece in here? I think I look for one every time. Every time I draw a library. And I don't think there is one. Yeah, no luck. Okay. Right? I'm not missing anything obvious. No. Okay. Oh. I think I've made a big mistake then. Pawn in here. I don't remember what state we left. What's in here? Do we have a chess piece? No chess piece in here? I keep thinking this lamp is a chess piece. Don't think it is. Okay. Okay, back out the pantry. Let's go outside. I've got 30 steps. Let's go down to the tomb. Go wrong way. That's cost me steps. I need pantries this way. Did pantry have a chess piece? I think I looked for that several times and discovered that was a no. Security is a knight. Chapel's a bishop. Pretty sure those are pawns. Down to 23. If I can get a bunch more steps, that would be handy. Let's open this. Oh, we can't. Yeah. That was silly of me. Fountain is full of water. 18 steps. I think that's enough to go down The elevator, not enough to go down the tomb. Okay. Maybe I should have rethought that. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do a tomb run and this chessboard at the same time. That might have been my mistake. Okay, so we've got office. Office is king. Oops. Oh yeah, we can't. We can't look at our map. Office is king. Study is queen. So that's the 6th one up. Okay. I put the chapel somewhere very inconvenient. Yeah, straight north of the entrance hall. So this will be bishop. This will be knight. Bishop. Knight. Pawn will be one of these guys. Rook. I don't think I have a rook room. I'm quite sure that I don't. But I'm gonna try them all. Just, oh no, stay there. I'm gonna try them all, just in case. Don't think I went that far north. And I didn't go to this corner. Yeah, I'm just missing the rook. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. 17 steps. Can I get down the tomb with that? Maybe. I can try. I'm glad we've got a couple more books from the bookstore at least. I think that was a good idea. Also, the fact that the fountain is full makes me think I left the water in the reservoir halfway. Maybe? So that would be worth looking at too. Okay. Down here somewhere is a plinth that collects all my gold when I have a dead end. Here you are. Okay. 14 steps. Can I get to the library? Because I want a book. Or to the bookstore. Oof. I think it's going to be close. What is the most efficient route? The bookshop is The furthest north. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do it. 12 steps. I can do it. Which way am I going? Straight north. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That way. Yep. Yep. Ooh, with 3 steps left. Very doable. A new clue. Okay. That means the only one I haven't purchased is History of Orinda. So that puts me in good stead. I'm content. Let's call that a day. Yes. Okay. Mid-sized villa. Save and continue. I feel like that was actually a really good choice, despite the fact that I felt stymied. Also, I'm totally going back and doing my exterior room first again. Okay. Trading post. I like the trading post. I really do. Trading post or shelter? Let's do trading post. That might come in handy later. No parcel forest this time. My brain totally thought that light spot in the rock was a note. I'm like, who's leaving me notes? Okay. Well. How about we don't put the chapel here? I do want the library because we'll have books. Can we get a through room? Breakfast nook. Or drawing room? Oh, that's a tough decision. Guaranteed rook. Swap up floor plans. And more doors. We'll leave you there. And you... Ooh, also good. Let's do den. Get a nice wide spread. Let's get into this corner. Storeroom, pantry. See if we can capitalize on steps this time. That would be nice. Breakfast nook. I'm glad you came back to me. Do I pass you up a second time? I think not. Okay, so we're gonna have a morning room, which is good. Let's go back this way. Security. Oh, security, you're disappointing. Spare room. Courtyard. I had forgotten about that. Corridor. Let's get our foundation. And then... yeah. Let's go this way. I'm trying to capitalize on steps and I'm also backtracking more. Music room. Utility closet. Why are you giving me... oh yeah. Redraw. I don't want as many dead ends. You gave me just as many dead ends. Let's do math puzzle because it's only 20 to 8, so my brain might be able to do it. Okay, math puzzle. How about ye? Oh, 4. I'm trying to remember. I think it's divided by 8. And the square root of... or is it 4 squared divided by 8? And it's actually probably 4 squared divided by 8 and 4 divided by 8 square root of, or whatever, is probably the same answer. If I remember how math works. So 4 squared is 16 divided by 8 is 2. Haha. Okay. Oh, the color of the square indicates which thing gets squared. Gotcha. So 20 minus the square root of 18. 20 minus 18. No, 20. No. 20 minus 18 is 2 squared is 4. Ah. Okay. 11 minus 8 squared. So that's 3 squared is 9. Ah! I did it. And I got a silver key. Okay. North from billiards. Veranda, closet, chapel. I don't have very many. This isn't a coins run. This isn't a coins run. Thank you, Maple. I appreciate the gold. The gold medal. I feel like I earned that one. Can we avoid going through the chapel? Probably not. Yeah, the hallway will just connect them. Oh no! The chapel's the only thing that goes north? Nope, I can redraw. Please give me something else that goes north. Good grief. Well... let's do observatory. Let's see what I get in terms of... oh yeah, it gives me a night. That's worth remembering. Yeah, I feel like the game is out to get me today. Pair of chests added to the entrance hall. Dead-end rooms are more common. Cool, thanks. And I get an extra key. I don't want dead-end rooms to be more common. We have a library. Let's read the book that I ordered last time. What are you? Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have a shovel. I'm gonna have to buy a shovel, apparently. Curse of Blackbridge. The legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation. With each new telling, the story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seems an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet, the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic. A story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Part 1. The Berry Picker from Oris. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. They were feral outlaws, composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. And for each crime that fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed, each worse than the last. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, highroad robbery. One such member of the so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. It's not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy and well-traveled road, paved with temptations, leading out of the city and into the gentrylands where loose purse strings entwine with the strands of salvation and glistening equally with the hope of opportunity. My goodness, verbose is right. That sentence was a mouthful. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, that notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tender-hearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. I just realized my game sounds are actually very loud. Let's turn those down a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's better. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings, for it was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in the cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. On one such occasion, Jasper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out into the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but the headway dawn afforded meant Jasper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worrying of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach his destination, and along the way, Jasper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jasper was patient, but even patience has its limits. He was confident that even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jasper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he'd regained his senses, Jasper quickly made a decision. He would not reveal the location of this newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates, who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jasper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in this task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. A carriage! A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jasper freeze. Had he been so enchanted by his discovery that he'd neglected to observe his surroundings? How could a roadway be so close? He ducked down and crept toward the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment more before the sound's source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jasper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by 2 beautiful white horses and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jasper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage. It was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jasper was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jasper that he stood, awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment of the bush provided was soon proven unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such effect that the noble steeds slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "You, boy! Get out from behind that bush!" he shouted, with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death coming round the bend of my own drive, and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought not to be any face." Jasper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries." Jasper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change Jasper was familiar with. He had many times seen the same stern expressions on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jasper took his cue to finally step forward out from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them! I've only just begun picking, and look how many I have! It would have taken me 4-fold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where is your home, boy? It must be quite far?" Jasper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tannerfork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that is far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanif work was the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to Blackbridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much further for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by man that would not be worth undertaking for a price such as these. Surely you've tasted them for yourself." Jesper felt happy with this response, as it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage, so I'm ashamed I never had to walk such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "Then let my efforts reward us both today." He raised the basket even higher. "A taste in memory of your youth, sir." The driver chuckled and removed one glove, bending over the seat to reach down to the basket. And at the moment his fingers touched the first berry, the dagger in turn met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged at this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. "Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause, though I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me." Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. "Why have you no purse upon your person?" The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing toward the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn, softly. "There's a lockbox in the carriage." "Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands. A concession, I assure you, of my tender heart, for it would be much easier to slit your throat." The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory. In their place, cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. "I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you're showing me?" Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. "If there is no lockbox, there will be no clemency." Inside, the carriage was surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished golden facade of the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that this observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's back seat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few moments, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out into the sunlight. Inspecting the box carefully, 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols, found carved on all 4 sides of the box, hinted that the box was very old, and likely not created by Orindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world, and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock that would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. Do you perhaps have a key you can provide me to open this box? Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough, then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone up, carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent back down and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed, given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You've opened that which should never have been opened. And you are cursed. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That one. That's one. Sorry. Feeling his disappointment rising in anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what? You mumbling agenter. And in God's name, why have you no purse upon your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more, and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. If there was ever a time when the old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure, now splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had heard of stories of curses that had never doubted their validity in the past, but now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more, given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we ignore its obvious faults, might provide additional opportunities for help to come along. But what good would that do? To be discovered here beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries and raving about a curse that could very well not be real? No. It would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limbs to waste away 1/12 of his precious life in a single motion. Feeling desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution, and if, by some stroke of luck, the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him as he found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4. Perhaps only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat, as that appeared to be of some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task was too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th steps, although they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would almost certainly be better left here. On the other hand, if the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox whose typical function oft secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hand to let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud, to the horses, seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. My goodness, this is a long book. The music has run out. So, he's cursed. I kind of want... YouTube is not receiving enough video. What is the error here, guys? Do we have... Okay. Oh, we've got dropped frames. I see. There we go. Curse of Blackbridge. I'm going to have to come back to read part 2 because truthfully, that is very long. Okay. 66 steps. Trading post. We can go north through the chapel. Oh, right. And we have trunks. Do we have... We do not have a place to buy... Chapel's all the way this way. We don't have the commissary. That's the word I was looking for. So. Greenhouse. Courtyard. Wine cellar. Let's do this. Do we have a shovel today? I don't... Sledgehammer! Yes. Excellent. Definitely a good thing. I don't think I've got the shovel today. I do not have the shovel today. I need to... Oh, right. I've got the treasure map. I need to buy the shovel. The sooner, the better. Vault. Security. Oh, right. Frick. Ah! Okay. That limits me a lot, actually. Let's go do this, and this, and this. We don't have security yet, I don't think. I didn't grab it. I did not grab it. Let's go, now that we have the sledgehammer, let's go open these chests. Gems. Ooh, coins, okay. I would really, really like... I would really like some ivory dice. Or a shovel. Sure. Pantry's okay. Thank you, Apple. Laundry room. Boudoir is going the wrong way. Laundry room's not a bad idea. Swap. I'm gonna have more dead ends than usual. Let's just hang on to this. We know it's here. And we're going all the way to the bottom. To the den. Okay. It's really sad to me that I can't dig up these spots. That's gonna irritate me. North from the den. Okay. So, ooh, that one's a security door. Let's go this way first. No, those are both bad. Those are both bad. Any chance for a shovel here, guys? No? Come on. Okay. Oh, now I get security. Of course I do. Exactly 2 hallways. Double your keys. I have exactly 2 hallways. Very nice. Okay. So there was a use for that. I'm gonna have to go through... If I do end up getting a shovel, I'm gonna have so many places to backtrack. And I'm not sure I'm gonna have the steps for that. Oh, right, security. Oh, I didn't load security! Dang it. Well, now I'm stuck. Okay. Trading post. Well, let's go downstairs. Is it better to go downstairs or is it better to go out to the trading post? Let's go out to the trading post. Wait. I have the utility closet. So I could power those doors back on if I get a key card. Okay. Silver key for key card. Yes, please. Done deal. I'm down to 29 steps. Okay. Whoa, this is gonna be tight. Wasn't off there. It's off the courtyard. Okay. Let's turn you back on. And then... yeah, all the way back down and around to the den. Okay. Okay. Vault. Passageway. Mailroom. Commissary. Have a shovel, please. Have a shovel, please. Shovel. Okay. Did I get... It is this square that the treasure map is pointing to. If I'm very lucky. If I'm very lucky, I might actually be able to get whatever treasure's in there. Which way? This way. Archives, weight room. Losing half my steps now. That would be okay, actually. Boudoir. Wrong direction. Secret passage. And then let's make it something with digging spots. Goodness, it's complicated to get in here. Okay. Morning room. Terrace. Aquarium. Morning room. There is a treasure in here. Okay. Time to start digging. Oh, that's dramatic. Okay. Ooh. The coffers of Mount Holly. 8 diamonds. That's very cool. Okay. We've got 3 steps left. Do I have anything to coat check? Yes. Treasure map. Check an item. Excellent. Okay. Let's call this one a day. Yes. Continue. Day 37. Let's see if we can do a super quick run of some kind. I think it probably will reset every time, yeah. But just having a treasure map so that I'm able to, like, it gives me the chance to find whatever other random treasures might be available in the house. So I want to hang on to that. Here. Nursery, storeroom. I think the treasure map will just give me different rooms. Maybe I can even test that. Breakfast nook. Office. And that's made a loop for us. Let's not spread gold just yet. We want to go... Oh. I mean, this would be the fastest run ever. But yeah, we could do this. Okay. So I have 2 keys. And nothing I can use them on. I don't think... you know what would have been smart is spreading gold first. Or choosing freezer. Yeah, that is literally the fastest run I've ever done. Let's go to the outer room. That's so funny. What do we got? Schoolhouse, root cellar. Doesn't really matter, honestly. Is there a shovel in here? No. No shovel. I did want to be quick. It's true. I mean, I kind of asked for that, didn't I? I wasn't thinking quite that quick. Call it a day. Yes. Starting off with extra gems and coins. So that'll be fun. It's a cramped bungalow. Cute. Okay. $22. That's a really good start. Let's do our exterior room. Schoolhouse. So this is very, very curious to me. I don't think there's anything in here. I think the things that are in here are things that I have found already. Yes. Yes. Okay. No extra things. Okay. Should we try for a chess pieces run? Library. Let's order. Let's check out another book. Ooh, thank you. I do like magnifying glasses. A new clue. Drafting strategy, I might need to read those at some point. I do think I'm doing better. I don't think there's anything on here that I... In library use only. Yes, yes. Okay. Draft studio. Chamber of Mirrors. This one ends up being a dead end. Permanently add. In the drafting studio, you can choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Ooh. Dovecote. Whenever you draw a dovecote, you can rotate your floor plans. I love that. Tomorrow, you'll start with 1 key for every time room you draft. Kennel. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all the doors in that room. That's also cute. But this is absolutely so very useful. Dovecote is permanently added to my draft pool. Okay. Great Hall partitioning for Monday, December 14th. Drafting strategy 1, right? Right. So Monday, December 14th. Aren't we coming up to that? I feel like we're coming up to that soon. Classroom. Closet. Utility closet is better. Let's turn off some of the red rooms. We'll leave the key card thing as it is. That paint can scared me. Oh! You can try the codes. What? Okay. I'm guessing I'll get the code at some point. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So that would put me at 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the 14th of December. This thing says December 14th. So the partitioning has happened. Not sure. That's actually kind of confusing. Okay. I'm just going to have to take note. I am tired of the chapel. Secret passage. Let's do this. And let's do... Let's do a shop. Commissary and laundry room, gift shop. Gift shop at least I can go through. Oh, half your dinner steps. Ooh. For the pool, that's a really good idea. Cursed coffers in the shrine. Oh, this is the one that I was just reading about. Remind me to get that book out again at some point. Well, we can get the lunchbox, and I feel like that's really useful. Okay. Walk-in closet, spare bedroom, pantry. To the foundation, please. Thank you. Banana in gold coins. Don't have, I just have the magnifying glass. No shovel today. Garage, den. Den is a good idea. And I don't think there was a chest over there. Nope. Coat check with the treasure map. Her ladyship's chamber. I forgot. This is a rare one. What are the chances we can get her ladyship's chamber a little further down again? Excellent. Hi, Zoe. I'm glad you made it too. Okay, we've got a queen here. Excellent. What were the things? There was a key here. Very good. I think there's a locket somewhere. Oh no, the diary. Can I use... Probably not. A regular key. I think I need the actual key from somewhere. Okay. Well, it might have been a bust coming to her ladyship's chamber, but we've got a queen piece, so that's good. That leaves us so few. Oh no, I forgot. I've got this whole side. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Can I... Ooh. Interesting. No secret writing anywhere? Okay. I think I saw this before last time I was here. Okay. Good enough. And that was blank. And we can go north from the den. Bedroom's not bad. Corridor. I want to backtrack here. Maybe it's not a good idea to backtrack. That note is one way to tell everyone it finds that you're spiraling. Oh, oh, Zoe, that was good. Okay. Classroom, right. Let's do classroom. I want to avoid the dark room if I can. This is the one. This is grade 1. I had found the grade 1 classroom previously. This was the figure out your colors worksheet. Favorite color is red. You must really like red. That's such a teacher comment. I'm not expecting to, I mean, this is a school. I'm not expecting to see very many secrets. Why is the D so different? Interesting. Okay. Classroom. Oh, another classroom. I don't want another classroom right now. But it is nice to have multiple classrooms. Walk-in closet. I am... Ooh. Okay, there's our rook. We're going to have to make sure we get king from somewhere. Study is another queen. Bedroom. I could use more steps. And this is going the direction I want. Hello, change purse. Okay. Walk-in closet again. Workshop. Sure. Sledgehammer. Don't mind if I do. I don't think I've got... Oh, I had... I forgot. I've got like a whole notebook of things. Things to try. Combinations to try. Sledgehammer, battery pack, and broken lever. Battery pack and compass. Lucky rabbit's foot and coin purse. Okay. If we come across the lucky rabbit's foot this run, I don't really want the chapel right now. Let's go morning room. There is sometimes other items in here. Oh, haha, like this. Excellent. Very happy to see the dice. Okay. Sure. Use a key. Archives. Hallway. Let's go this way first. You shouldn't be locked. Security. You are a handy thing to find. I want a better, like I want a dead end thing to tuck in there. Ooh, commissary. Yeah, let's do that one. And shovel. Excellent. Okay. And a key. Yeah, we'll do that. Perfect. Okay, backtracking. Let's not backtrack yet. Study. I don't want the study. I actually want the office. Parlor. Can I logic today? Let's find out. Okay. Empty boxes both have true statements. The blue box has a true statement. This box contains gems. So, if this one's true, empty boxes both have true statements. If this is true, this one can't be true. Uh-oh. Guys, my brain's really tired. Empty boxes both have true statements. So this one could be true. This one could be true. But we don't know if it's the blue one or not. This one could be... If this one is true, this one has to be true. This one can't be... This one can't both be true and be a true box if the blue one's true. This one's the conundrum. Blue box has a true statement. Oh no. Okay. If this box is true, this one could be empty. Even the magic 8 ball in Discord is hazy. Thank you for consulting the 8 ball for me. This box contains the gems. If it's true, it can't be true. So this one has to be false. If this one is true, if this one's true, That means this one's true. And so it has to be a false statement. If this one's true, and this one's true, it has to be a false statement on the gem box. I'm leaning towards white or blue. I'm going to say white. I'm fully guessing. Yeah. Okay. My brain cannot logic tonight. One key. Classroom. Is this grade 2? Probably. I have the gems for it. I don't love that I'm getting cut off, but I think it'll be okay. This is grade 2. What are you guys learning? Math. You guys are learning math. Okay, so this will be 7 minus 3, 9 minus 8. Use the colors, yep. This is just in case you don't know how to do the dartboard game. Too late, but the 8-ball agreed to open the white box. Oh, good. B plus. B minus. Do we have anything written on the easel? I don't see anything. What about this board? I don't see anything. They did a good job with the cleaning swirls on the blackboard, gotta say. Okay. Well, this is grade 2. Security. That's handy. Let's go. Actually, hold on. What? I do have the utility closet. Okay. So the devs were 40 plus cleaning swirls. Yeah, I suspect that's the case, Maple. I think the devs were about our age and know what the cleaning swirls would have looked like. Maybe have cleaned chalk brushes themselves. Security level, let's go high. And let's set the offline mode to unlocked. And then let's boogie down. Because we don't have our key card, we don't. Can we get down to the utility closet? Oh, goodness. So we have to go north. That is such a snaking route. Okay. We will go as quickly as the game will allow us. Through the morning room? Through the morning room. Okay. And then library, drafting studio. Utility room. Okay. Here we go. We lost a fair number of steps, but that is okay. Oh, right. We ordered a book. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. I think I do want to just go north from here. I have a shovel now. I forgot. Nothing here. Tin can. Okay, I want to go up to the den. And then we've got corridor. Okay, now we're back on track. Quarry yard, I do like this one. And I have a shovel. Coins. Very good. Coins. Now. Let's go across. Ooh, treasure map. Yes, I have a shovel. Let's grab our treasure map back. Retrieve treasure map. Thank you very much. What does the treasure map say? Oh, same room. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Corridor. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. This is very interesting. It does this whole like chopping sound. One of the lost coffers. 8 gems. Very nice. Okay. I wonder if that particular treasure chest will always give me 8 gems. It might. I kind of want to go back through. What am I doing for steps? I only have 27 steps. Okay. Let's keep going north. Did I get all the digging spots over here? I think I did. Showroom. Aquarium. Aquarium is good. I've got digging things from the aquarium. What were those clues from when I drained it? Archive, laundry, patio. Don't have any of those, do I? Nope. I've been fairly successfully avoiding red rooms. Of course you're locked. Of course you're locked. Oh, a key. Kitchen. Dark room. Red rooms are known to have horrible connotations, IRL. I mean, yeah. According to my research, as of April 2025, Tonda Ross, lead dev of Blueprints, was 40. He commissioned two jazz artists for Atmosphere and a single dev to update Unity assets. That's so interesting. Also, it is validating to be correct that the man's 40. What do I want to do here? I have to draft now that I've done this. So, oh, aquarium counts as a bedroom. We get extra items. Metal detector. Thank you. Hello. Thank you. There we go. Do like myself a sleeping mask. Okay. So, I think I want to go back down to security, but it is so roundabout. 28 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oof. I am going to go through the bedroom, which gives me extra steps. What were the... I've just realized I've got a lot of things, a lot of items that when I was looking at what to put together in the workshop, sledgehammer, oh, okay. Battery pack and compass, I don't have those ones either. Battery pack is the major one for both of those. This will just be a dead end, no matter what I draw. So let's try and exhaust some of this north space first. Office. And I've got leadership's chamber, and I've got security, which is the night, and I've got... Did I get the breakfast nook? I did. I have all the chess pieces, guys. I have all the chess pieces. 27 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do this. Let me make sure I'm going in the right direction. I do not want to miss straight through. Okay. No mistakes. Where do I turn? In the den. Let's not fall down that hole. I suspect I probably couldn't if I tried. Goodness, I am so excited. Okay. Oh. 18. I think I will barely get there. Okay, no, that takes fewer steps to get to the elevator than I expected. I'm okay. Ooh. This is a good one to end my night on, actually. Goodness, it's dark. All right, give me your chessboard puzzle. Okay, so. Queen goes there. Queen, queen, queen goes there. And I hate that I have to unzoom each time. So queen, king. No, wrong one. There we go. And then knight. So that's the center, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have the breakfast nook. Where did I see it? Here it is. So it is 3rd row, 4th column. There. And then we have please tell me we have a bishop somewhere. No, 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 no. Don't do this. Gift shop, maybe? Okay, I gotta look at my list. I wrote most of these down somewhere. Bishop, bookstore, chapel. Oh no. Have I stuck myself? Okay, pawn, you can come in, you'll be here somewhere. I might not have a bishop. I can't believe I'm trying all of these squares again. This is so silly. Also, I had so many chances to get that silly chapel, and I passed it up because I'm like, I don't want red rooms this. Oh, that's so irritating. I've done it to myself. I've done it to myself. Okay. 16 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will get bonus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a chance. There's a chance we could pull a bishop room. Okay. Thou art entrapped within a cage of thine own making. It is so true. Bacon legs, it is so true. Okay. All because I wanted to avoid the red rooms. I don't need to get back, Maple. I don't think I need to get... Oh, no, you're right. I do need to get back. Because I can't put the code into the chessboard. Ah! Okay. I might have to play this occasionally on Wednesdays through the summer. Just for my own sanity. If it's a rainy Wednesday and I can't do any yard work. Yeah. Exactly, bacon legs. Okay. Classroom, spare room, breakfast nook. Classroom, spare room, breakfast nook. Bedroom, bonus, plus mask. Thank you. Green room. Corridor. North. More classroom. Security. The door that I didn't open. Archives. Archives had a secret in it. Archives had a secret to dig. What was the spot? Is pwned better than being rooked? You guys are very punny. I appreciate it. Bottom drawer filing cabinet. I think it was the single one. Oh, and this is the back. Right. Not enough steps to do that either, I don't think. So is it this one or is it this one? Come on. Do I get a shovel? Where's my shovel? Surely not this one. I can't get to that filing cabinet. Ooh, maybe it's this one. I should have looked. I thought it was the single filing cabinet. Come on, I have a shovel, right? Yes, I have a shovel. The useful for digging something shovel. There was an X marks the spot. Am I standing in the wrong space? I will admit, I did not make great notes. I wish my webcam was working properly because I would show you the notes that I made. They aren't great. I can't climb the ladder. But what my note says, red archive, bottom drawer file cabinet. Solid 90%. Sure, that shovel beats books and cabinets every time, but what do I know? Yeah. I mean, this isn't exactly a rock, paper, scissors scenario. Zoe, I think Zoe, have you played this far? I think you were one of the ones who's played Blueprints. Do you happen to know what I'm missing here? I'm positive it was the single cabinet, but maybe it wasn't. And I remember it being really finicky with in front of the laundry room, or in front of the washing machine in the laundry room. You had to be standing in like a really specific spot for the dig symbol to show up. So I'm expecting something like that. But maybe it was just... maybe I need a key. Maybe I need a key. That's a possibility. Now that I've remembered that sometimes you get extra keys. Not just to like the car, but like lock boxes and the vault and that kind of thing. That might be what it is. Okay. Darn it. I was hoping to dig something up today. Okay. So we did not successfully get... I don't think there's a bishop in here. I should look for a bishop. I do not see a bishop. You've said your solution. I will elaborate if you want. Actually, I would appreciate clarity on that. Yes, please elaborate in reference to the archives. Yeah, please do. Full disclosure, I'm good with it. I dislike that these guys are in my way. The archive file cabinets require specific keys. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm probably... that'll be something else I'll have to start looking for. I'm really irritated that I didn't get a bishop. Ugh. I was so close. Okay. Well. Then let's call that... oh, yep, and there's my alarm going off. Okay. I think we're calling that. As mentioned, this is my last Blueprints stream of the spring. Weather got warmer way sooner than I expected. We kind of skipped spring here in northern Alberta. We went from 6-degree weather to 26-degree weather, and I think the snow in my front yard evaporated. But it means that I get to be outside in my yard, and I'm very excited for that, and I really do need to indulge in my other hobbies and go touch grass. So I will, if I really can't handle leaving this game alone, which is a possibility, I will try and stream it on a Wednesday night, but it will not be scheduled. It will be random. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Not expecting to come back to this until October, which is when things start to get cold and miserable, and we usually get snow. So that is currently the plan. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day. Most of you, I think it's evening, so I hope you have a really good night. Yeah. We will see you when we see you. if you're hanging out in my Discord, I will definitely still be around there too. Enjoy your hobbies too. Thank you, Zoe. I absolutely will. I'm actually so excited to get back into my yard. This is my birthday week, and my birthday present to myself was a new fire pit that is the kind that it sits on your patio. So very excited for that. Planning on busting that out tomorrow. Have a really great day, guys, or night, or week, or whatever. Take care. We'll catch you next time.